Hello, it's me, Terry Lee. I have got Skylar again, and this is a layout that I actually started, I can't even tell you how long ago, but I realized I was missing a picture of her great grandmother, and I wanted that in here, so I just put off doing it. So, somewhere in here, they are, yeah, right there. So that was the picture I was missing. And so anyway, I wanted to make sure I had that in there. So what I've done is I've already laid this out. I did a happy horizontal, and this is Paper Studio, and I bought this because I knew we were having another unicorn cake. So it's like, okay, so I even had it even before her birthday. But so I rounded the corners here on both ends, and I put washi in the middle, and I probably bought this, it might be Paper Studio too, I don't know. I already had it in my stash. So both of them are exactly the same, so it's kind of like starting out with a pre-made, background. And what I'm going to do is put these photos on this side, and these are all photos that she's with the cake. And I think I told you in one of my videos that I used to work in a bakery, so I gave up making wedding cakes after I missed part of my daughter's wedding because I was setting up the cakes. Like, I'm going to doing that again. So these I'm going to put over here, and maybe kind of like this. I don't know. I might lay these out a little straighter, but I want these a little bit crooked. So it's kind of whimsical, and maybe I'll do these whimsical too. I just don't want to cover up too much of anything. So kind of like that. Oh, and I know I got to start down here more. Oops. Okay, I guess I need to say this. We are using the Mintay Cutie, or the Cute unicorns, and so I do have to have enough room for this guy, or her, I think. Whoever it is, it's king or a queen. And so this is going to be down here, so I will be making them fit in here. And I know you won't be able to, see that part of the washi tape, but you'll see a little more over here maybe. I guess it's not important now. And so, and then over here I'm going to have these ones where her guests are here, and then her gifts. I'm going to put these down at the bottom because I think that hot pink kind of makes them heavy. And so I'll put these ones up here. And it was so funny because I told Grandpa, I said, put her in the bag, she'll love that. And she was like, ah! She gave this horrible face, and I think a little shriek. But she did love it. I knew she would. I'm always tricking her into something that I know she'll like eventually. So these ones are going to be over here. So let me lay out what I'm going to do here first, and then we'll do the other one, the other side. Okay. So I have these other little unicorns from the set, and this one kind of looks like it's rearing up, or whatever you say horses do, or unicorns in this case. And so these ones are going to be around Skylar and her cake. And then I punched out, I gotta say, this is my new favorite punch. It is Dress My Crafts, It's a balloon punch, and it's about 1 inch long. It is just so adorable, and it's pretty easy to punch. This is a pretty thick piece of pink, and I mean, you can, you know, turn it over, and I always rip off that plastic thing. It's like, for a while I like kept it, you know, will I ever put it back on there? One day I just trashed them all. I thought, I'm just not keeping those. But such cute things. And when Skylar was here last visiting, we were making birthday cards for the twins, and so she was able to punch them, and she is 5. I think she's 5 right now. In this picture, she's 2. So on this one side, we're going to have 5 balloons, and some of them are made with this little heart paper. She loved that. She did some of those for Alex's, and kind of have them. They're gonna kind of work as a kind of like a base too, because over here I'm gonna put happy birthday with these little wood veneer pieces, and I'm just gonna leave in the wood color because our cake is decorated in chocolate, so it just brings in a lighter shade of the brown. And so it's going to say happy birthday there. And then I am going to put 3 little balloons over here. And the strings will kind of come down behind these guys. There's not a whole lot of room here. And there might be a little over here. I usually use the twine and make it look kind of whimsy, so they almost look like they're moving. And I will show one at the end after I get everything laid down to show you that. And then I have this wooden birthday cake, so I'm gonna put that right here on the cake. And then I have a pinwheel because Skylar's got a pinwheel here in this picture. So I'm gonna take this little pinwheel and kind of stick it in the curl of the unicorn's hair, but kind of push it forward. And I'll probably have this one up on dimensionals because I had cut out a banner like this. It was just a little wider. But when I went to put the words, the letters on it, it's like I decided I was using these little creative memory stickers, and they kind of just blended in with that color. Well, just a minute, I'm losing this. And so anyhow, I just thought, oh, they're like perfect colors for this. I'm just gonna use them. And so I ended up making this banner with 3 banners, and I wrapped them around a toothpick, one of these ones that are called, excuse me, gonna throw some things around, elegant toothpicks. And so, or I guess I gotta show you like this, elegant toothpicks. I forget that this is upside down, I just think, you know, you're sitting right in front of me, I guess. So, I put that around that, and I'll show you how to make this at the end after I get everything glued on. And kind of wish I would have left the string a little longer, but I'll glue it down so it looks fine. And so it's got this 3 little banners down here. Hope you can see that good. I will show you up close when you know, I do the close-ups at the end. So I kind of made the twine go in front, and I will glue that underneath the queen here. And And then I'm gonna put, oh, I lost her too. Guess I better beware of my little letters. I'll have to make sure I glue these because they're, well, they definitely don't want to stick to the wax paper. So I will be putting, Skylar is 2 here since it says happy birthday up here. And so that's pretty much how that is gonna go. I was gonna use enamel dots, but I decided I'm going to use, so I've lost something. Well, these little rhinestones, and they're actually Gina Marie Designs. She actually gives these little stones when you buy something, so it's like a little thank you gift. And so I do have them here because I had them out. Oh, here's some of the cuties, and I always just keep them in one of these. Oh, it's a faux. Well, it's a heavy-duty plastic bag, and I know Janet told us what they were, and she put a link to Amazon where you could buy these, and these are the generic ones. And I will put that down below, so if you decide you want these, because I love them for these because I stick a piece of paper in there or cardstock in there, and it keeps them nice and straight so they don't get wrinkled. Because I don't like them to get wrinkled. I just don't know what I did with those things. So this is how the first page is going to look, with the exception of the twine. And then for the next page, so you see I've got kind of a visual triangle here with the wood, and then also with the embellishments going like this. And then over here, I'm going to put these here, and I'm going to have this larger unicorn. This one's probably the king and the other one's probably the queen. So there's going to be 4 of the balloons over here, and 1 wooden balloon. Does that go there? Let me check my phone for my picture. Yes, it goes there. Okay. I'll tell you, that's one of my favorite parts about the phones, is that they actually are helpful. Wish I had a picture of my gems there so I knew where they were at. Okay, and then I'm gonna put these ones over here. I'll tell you, I love the balloon punch. I could not wait to get to play with it. And then over here, we're gonna have 2 wooden veneers or cutouts, whatever they really are. And so I'm gonna put the present down here because this is the present page, and I'm gonna put one of the unicorns here. And so that is pretty much this page. There's not a whole lot, you know, I've done a lot of embellishment on the first page, haven't done quite as much on this one, but, and then you kind of got a visual triangle with these balloon, or with all the embellishments. But I only did 2 wood veneers over here because I didn't want to pull in more than an odd number. So I think you can kind of see this all in one shot. And so I will glue down what I have, and then I'll come back and show you how I make those twine look like it has movement, and I'll show you how to make this little banner here. So I will see you shortly. Okay, I've got most everything down, and now I am going to show you how I do the balloons to kind of make them look like they're moving by giving them good strings that look like they're just flying through the air. And I am going to show you one, and then I'll finish up and clean up my spot so I can show you the, okay, so I can show you how to make the banner. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit closer. I'm going to be right here. Okay, and I've got the the baker's twine glued to the back of the balloon. And now I'm just going to glue this down too. I could use a dimensional, but I'm going to use this for this one. Okay, as you can see, I got the other ones glued down here. And I'm just going to kind of decide how I want it to turn. And you can see I've got like a little dent in it here. So I really want to glue that part straight. And then maybe make my movement here. But you can, you know, even when it's bent, you can bend it another way as long as you're gluing it. And I hope I don't get my head in the way. Oh, hold on a second, I got somebody at the door. Okay, I'm back again. It was my husband. I thought, I don't have a delivery coming, and they don't just open up the door. He was working overtime today and they left him come home early, so that was good. So I'm gonna go straight down past this, and you can kind of pull on it a little and just kind of run your line of glue right next to where you want it. And then I lay that down, especially since I have that kink there. I want to hold it there for a while. Oh, and I just use my Scotch Quick Dry, or what are they calling it now? Oh, can't even remember what they're calling it now. Quick Dry or tacky glue, that's what they're calling it now. Okay, now I'm gonna turn this one over here like this, and you can see I've got another little kink right here, but I'm gonna just draw my loop with the glue and it won't be an issue. So I'm gonna bring the line down just a little bit more. I'm kind of watching how, I keep trying not to cover up the little faces of the unicorns, but sometimes they are covered up anyway. So, and since this dries clear, it's not too much of an issue. Whoa, I totally moved it. I use my picker upper thing here. Okay. I usually just use my fingers as I go, but since it kind of took off without me, I'll use this. Okay. I think I just became silent. Okay, and I'm going to put a little dab of glue right over top of that string, the twine. This probably is the most time-consuming part of the whole layout, is doing the string, but this side is the only side that I actually did the strings on, where I always call it the moving strings. And the other ones, I have them pulled tight, and I'll show you what they look like too. Okay. And now I think I'll just kind of pull it right down into this loop to where it ends here. And I really haven't I've used this glue, and I've also used that aqua blue stuff. And I kind of like working with this the best, I think, just because I've used it more than what I have the other. I want that to come over here. Oh, maybe I'll have it end over here, because I kind of like how that lays. So as you go, you can kind of decide how you want it. And I'm going to bring it right over here. On the other side, I ran it right over the photo, because right where I wanted to put it, there, my daughter was in the picture, but like not really in the picture. So I thought, well, I'm just going to put it there, because that way it kind of cuts her out altogether, because her part of her wasn't in the photo anyway. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to put rhinestones in this area, and then I will be back to show you how to do the other. And here's this here, so you can kind of see it up close and see how I put it right over the photo. I kind of had a little harder time going over the photo, but it didn't take too much to work it out. And let me show you these ones, how I pulled these. And let's see if I can push it out just a little. On these ones here, I always forget that my camera's upside down. Okay, so these ones, I wanted it to kind of look like the unicorns actually held on to it. So I pulled the strings taut and tied them in a knot right behind each unicorn. And I did it over here too. And then this one here, he's holding the banner, and I put that under him. Oh, and while I'm here, let me tell you right here, I have this pinwheel. It was kind of sticking up. So I had seen somebody in, it was a 49 in Market. They put beads where it was too tiny to put anything at like a dimensional or something. So I had some little seed beads that I just put one of those right behind the center of this with some super glue, and it holds it up real nice. Let me see if I can kind of turn it. You can kind of see that it's dimensional there. So it's up by on that seed bead, so it kind of sticks up a little. So I thought that worked out really good. So let me put this stuff away, out of the way, and I will pull out the stuff to make the banner, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I'm back with the demo for the banner, and I've got to stand up, so if I seem like I'm not in the right spot, you're right. Okay, and I've already cut 2 of these, and I'm going to cut this one. And this is the Creative Memories. I think this was called like Waves, but it's actually like a ruler, and it fits right onto the end of this. I don't know if they still make them or not, but you take this and your paper, whatever you're using, and push it right, I'm using it right up to the end. I mean, you could put it on any mark, but I'm putting it here. This is the one that cuts the closest, the red one is. And I think now they're shaped like an octagon. And you can start at the top of the paper or the bottom. It is kind of tricky because the wave is so close together. When I first did it, I did the big wave, but I didn't like how it looked, and I mean, I looked at it for a couple of days and I decided I wasn't going to use it. Okay, now I'm going to show you again. I'm going to start from the other end just so you can kind of see it from there. Okay, and so since this goes close, I mean, it'll be a skinny strip, but you could do a wide one, whatever you want. Maybe I'll make this one just a wee bit wider, and just get these little things right here, like the feet, put them into the groove, and you got to keep them in the groove the whole time, otherwise it will go wonky, kind of shred up your paper. But their system is, to me, more superior to any other one. I tried like 3 different ones, And this is definitely the best one. Whoop, pulled it right off the end. Okay, so now, and then when you're done with it, you just flip it together. That way you don't cut yourself on that little razor blade. Okay, I'm gonna get my chair back here. Okay, you're gonna want one of the elegant toothpicks. Oh, I forget, I'm gonna go this way. Elegant toothpicks by Diamond. And what I did first is decide where everything was gonna go, the order I wanted them in, and how much I wanted them to overlap. And then let me put you closer. Okay, so see how I have them lined up? And so this end is like, I kind of want them a little closer, so I'm going to pull a little bit closer. So this is not lined up perfect. So now I'm going to cut it off so it's straight here. And I'm actually going to give it a little bend with my needle nose pliers, and these are the really skinny ones. And whenever I make flags, I use this. It's for jewelry making. Because I make jewelry, it's like I'm used to using it, so it's real handy to me. Okay, now I'm just gonna let them come apart, and I'm gonna turn each one a little bit more. Kind of roll it around that. And then you can kind of roll it a little bit with your fingers too. Kind of to get it to maybe break down the fibers a little or soften them up. And so you can kind of see it's, whoops, kind of rounded there. And then do that with each one. I'll try to move it along a little faster here. And then I loved what it did for it, so even if it took me longer to do it, to me it was like so worth it. Okay, so then, now I'm gonna take my fancy toothpick, and I'm gonna take my tacky glue and put on my first piece of paper. Now this paper is lighter weight, so it actually goes around it real good. Oh, I can't even tell if I put any glue on there, I don't think so. I think I need my glasses. Okay. I really like making the embellishments, but it's like sometimes I'm so fussy about, oh, I just got it upside down. Sometimes I'm so fussy about it, it would take me so long if well, now I got too many grandkids to do that anyway. Ain't got time to make all the embellishments, but once in a while. Okay, so now I've got my hearts going the right way, and it doesn't take long for that to dry. Oh, but it's not. You spin it, and once you roll it around that toothpick, it really, hope I've been in the screen, or in the lens, I guess I should say. So once you get it a little soft and pliable, then it goes around that toothpick real nice, and you can kind of roll it around that a little bit more. And also the glue kind of helps soften it too, so I just think that it works better, you know, once you get it going. Okay, and now this time I'm gonna kind of start at this end because it won't wrap all the way around because of the other one being in the way. Now I'm gonna pull it down, and you can see I still have it in the wave, the lower part. So that's what I'm going for. And then the third one. The blue is, or the turquoisey color is the more stiffer, so that's a little harder to wrap around. But I noticed on the one I did, I wasn't wrapped around too good by the third one. So this time, that's why I said you need to kind of put it in that other position where you're right on the other side when you start. You can kind of see there, it's still not all the way on there, but you know, it's going to be on your, it's not like it's really going to be flying in the wind, so it'll be fine. I'm just trying to get it to dry a little faster. Okay, or a little bit before I take my fingers off it. Okay, and then I took this to cut my little fish tails. And I cut my fish tails all different lengths. So this one I'm going to make a little bit smaller. I guess I'll be picking up fish tails later. And this one a little bit smaller and leave the turquoise one be the longer one. Hope you can see that. Janet from RTS, she's the one who showed us about the using this to cut the fishtail. I only have one, but I really like it. So now you can see I've got 3 different lengths there, and it looks adorable. And then I took the twine and tied a knot on one. I mean, this would be cute just like this without anything, but I did put the twine on it. Ah, my fingers aren't working. Okay, so I put that there, and then I actually glued it on, and then I did it down here too. This is my favorite pink one because it's kind of skinny and I like that. But this one's almost gone. Okay. And then I put that on there, and then I glued them both to that spot. And I did stick it behind the unicorn, and when I did, I pulled it taut like this and just glued down that end behind him. Whoops, I'm not in screen. I glued that end down behind where he was going to be and just pulled it real taut and glued it like that. So that's how you make a triple banner. I mean, it looks like a great time. Okay, and then I also cut off the toothpick and filed it with a fingernail file. But maybe I'll leave this one like this just in case I want to use it in something where I need the longer stick. So that's it. I'll have the close-ups at the end. Thanks for watching. Oh, remember to like and subscribe.